Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of 80's software digging. In part 1 we found a collection of 5¼ inch floppy disks and tried to load them up to see what was on them. So let's continue that. Alrighty, seeing a couple of files called K-Dreams. So I'm wondering if this is indeed Commander Keen, dated 1992. So that's about the right time. So we'll just make a directory and copy things across, and skipping ahead, we need to write start. There we go, Commander Keen and King Dreams. That's a pretty good guess. Released in 1991. Okay, I've got this cool sort of menu. Looks like we've got the default PC speaker. And no music. Let's just start the game, shall we? Make sure it works. Well, there we go. It's been a long while since this has been played. Keen Dreams is actually considered like the lost episode of Commander Keen. Sort of got released in between a bunch of the other series that were more popular. It plays very similar by the looks. We'll just climb this pole here. Pole to nowhere. Not sure what that enemy is. Looks like a... yeah, is that a chocolate cookie? Ah, getting chased by a carrot. Managed to escape in the end. But yeah guys, there you have it. Commander Keen running the first time since 1992 or thereabouts. And I definitely needed to show the register your copy screen. Only $69.95. There we go. What a bargain. Next up we have a disk labelled Cal/G2. Now I reckon that is California Games 2. Let's find out. Hopefully this reads. Yep, we've got a good read and a directory. So we'll just copy this across. Now let's check out the data text file first. I'm not sure what those numbers are. Is that like a copy protection maybe? Alright, let's just hop in. Oh, it's actually CGII. Video mode, here we go. Let's go with video mode dude. Color graphics adapter, no, we'll go with EGA. Oh, sweet. I really love this intro with the number plate. I just remember seeing these graphics back in the day and just being blown away by the color and detail. And listen to that intro song. A feast for the ears. And just skipping ahead, we do indeed have copy protection. I can't be bothered going back and looking at that file and writing stuff down. So we'll just take a guess. Oh, it's wrong, and you can play for a little bit. Well, that's good. What should we do? Let's go for the skateboard. Please slide the skateboarding disc into a drive. Oh no. Okay, so we don't actually have... couldn't find a second disc. So we'll have to leave it there. But it is working, so there you go. Next up, a game called Shooting Gallery. Best of the best, 7 rounds of action. Hopefully we get a read off this. There we go. And I've just skipped ahead, copied it across. We'll just check out this doc. There we go, Nels Anderson. Was it Nels or Niels? Nels Anderson, 1990. Bellevue, Washington. There you go. Let's load her up. Okay, and here we go. It is pretty much unplayable on this hardware. Obviously, they are clock tight to the cycle count on the computer, so we'll skip ahead and we will load Shooting Gallery up in DOSBox. Pretty radical intro tune there. Alrighty, round one, here we go. Birds and bottles. This is a much more manageable speed, I reckon. Get these squirrels. Oh, I'm struggling a bit with the timing. We've got the Apple logo there. I do remember playing this game back in the day, and the sound effects have just really stuck with me. I don't know why. They're kind of basic, but really enjoy the variety of the targets to shoot at here. And just skipping ahead slightly, seeing if we can hit these bottles. There we go, the round over. Total hits 52 out of 100. Not the best accuracy. Round 2, skeet shoot. So there are different types of courses. There's also a quick draw sort of level on this as well. Just quickly give the skeet shoot a go. Oh, this is quite hard. Especially emulated in these tiny pixels. Oh, got one. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much Shooting Gallery. Next up, we have a mysterious disk labeled Q/M. And I've got to say, I don't know what this could be. Let's find out together. And looks like we've got a read. QM prog, QM app. Still not sure what this could be. Let's copy it across and find out. And just skipping ahead to the README, it looks like it is QuikMenu version 1.06. So QuikMenu was basically an organizer for your applications, almost like a mini, I wouldn't say OS, but here it is. It's almost like a GUI-backed version of Xtree Gold. And I do remember using this back in the day. This would have been prior to Windows 3.1. Not in release, but in terms of me owning it on computer. And I do remember organizing little icons and things that you could run. Of course, you can set up QuikMenu to load from boot. And then you get $35 per CPU. Now, I don't have the mouse plugged in currently, so we'll just navigate around using the shortcuts on the keyboard. So we'll just hit add what software button, and it's pretty handy. You've got a shortcut key. What should we name it? Well, we have installed Commander Keen on here, so let's add a shortcut to that. Location was from memory. And we don't have to go off memory because there is list programs, which is F5, and it gives us a browsing dialog. So I think it's space or enter. No, Just trying to figure out how to navigate into the directory, or into the drive rather. Oh no, it's already, okay, so it's already selected C/80s/keen4. Okay. Cool. Command is keen4 and save. And now we've got a little blinking dialog, and that's where we can put our icon. And we've got a shortcut, which is D, which will launch it automatically. We'll move it around. I'm not sure what we press there, but hitting D, and there you go, runs the program straight away. So that's a QuikMenu in a nutshell, guys. It's super cool. I think it's quite a good boot program to have if you're not going to install Windows on an old DOS-based computer. Check it out. Alrighty, next up we have, well, a torn label with some writing that says FX. So again, no idea what this thing does. And there is something called FX on there. So let's find out. Okay, technical support, core RUP Corporation. So you configure various aspects of FastLynx operation. Okay, so FX, is that FastLynx? Yeah, looks like it. And it looks like FastLynx is actually, well, it used to be called FastWire, but it's a program that lets you transfer data computer to computer using parallel or serial connections. So yeah, back in the day, it actually would have been quite difficult to do this if you just bought a new computer, say, or you had a friend's computer over and you wanted to transfer some data. Copying them to disks would have taken quite a long time. Setting up networks would have been quite expensive back in the day. So yeah, this is a pretty nifty program. I've never used it, but I might actually give this a test run at some point in the future. See if we can get some data transfer happening via serial or parallel cables. Pretty cool stuff. Let me know if you've ever used FastLynx. Seems pretty nifty. And now back onto the games. So a game called SuperFly. Same sort of sticker or distributor, I guess, as Shooting Gallery. I think I've got a vague recollection of playing SuperFly. Nels Anderson, Framingham, Massachusetts. So yeah, there you go. Okay, it is the same developer as Shooting Gallery. Runs in 640 by 350, 16 color graphics mode. EGA VGA required. 256K of memory. Alright, let's give it a go. And we've got to select our controller. Whoopsie, and it is running way too quickly on this hardware. So we're going to have to, well, we'll give it a go first. But I don't think it's going to be very playable. Now we've got the flies turning up to the house. And our fly sorter, we have to hit them. And it's quite difficult. So we'll skip ahead to DOSBox. And hopefully this is emulated at the right speed. Shout out to Nels Anderson. Pretty cool bunch of games, I think, between this and Shooting Gallery. Alrighty, the flies have arrived, and we've got to get swatting. It's quite, moving the mouse around is quite funny doing this. So they sort of block your path. Once you've killed one, you can't move the mouse through it. I think you have to, yeah, okay, so you have to get that green one. When you hear that tone, it's time to try and finish the level. So our score's 230, we're on to level 2. Okay, so basically it mixes it up, and the flies try and trip you up and get you blocked and take you over. Oh, there's bugs as well, or spiders. Let's just try and get that green fly, the SuperFly, I guess. Oh, here it comes. Alrighty, and that's pretty much SuperFly. Definitely check that one out. Next up, a scintillating disc called a diet disc. Great program to help you lose weight and not gain it back. I'm sure everyone at home can't wait to load this program up. $5 computer software store, Riverside, Newport Beach, California. The fee paid to the $5 computer store or its retail outlets. Oh, we'll skip ahead. Whiz help. More help and more stuff. How do we... Okay, there we go. The Diet Disc, micro development software, Huntsville, AL, is that Alabama? Written by M.D. Smith, 1990. And it looks like this was $20 dues to register back in the day. Let's find out if... Ooh, is available for lectures and seminars. Cool. So it seems like this program is actually quite extensive. It's got a whole bunch of different things. It's not just one program. And there's a nice message to support those running this program. And I'm just going to spam through some of the details here. We'll see what our score is at the end. I immediately throw leftovers in the garbage or store in fridge. Was fridge like a short-term phrase back in the day? Okay, and there's our score. So we got 20 out of 100. So we are poor. We need special help soon. Cool. Thanks for that. And that's pretty much Diet Disc. No, we won't print that out. Do we want to end the session with an inspirational message? Yeah, why not? Alrighty, viewers, and I'll leave that there for you to read if you choose to do so. Alrighty, next up, it is the Digger Disc. And I know we tried to load this earlier in one of the episodes, but this is what we got. So we're actually going to try and emulate it now. So hopping into DOSBox. But before we do, we need to alter some DOSBox settings, specifically the machine graphics type. So we'll enter machine equals CGA here and just comment out the SVGA card, and we'll save that. And we do get it loading up. So there is some graphic artifact issues. I'm guessing this is down to the CPU cycle count just being too high, even though this is a pretty good pace to play the game at. For all of you who recently watched my Remembering Digger video, I was querying what version I actually played as a kid back in the day, and it looks like it was this 1983 version. This is the actual one off the disc, so this would have been it. Pretty cool. Up next we have another mystery disc. This one has no label. I wonder what's inside. PM Plus. Just one file. Alrighty, PrintMaster Plus from Unison World. Copyright 1985. The following scenes will help you set up PrintMaster Plus for your disk drive and graphic card configuration. We will go with that. Cool. Color graphics or medium resolution, monochrome, IBM CJ, EJ, Hercules color, 1080-1000. So let's just go for IBM EGA. And we'll try and skip printer setup. Oh, PrintMaster Plus. Okay. Man, this is a throwback because this program is great. Well, it was back in the day. Hey, it's still great, I think. Basically, it lets you create a bunch of things. So posters, stationery, drawing pads, cards, calendars, banners even, which would mean stitching together various A4 dot matrix printed art. You could make like a happy birthday banner across like 7 or 8 pages. And I do recall using this quite extensively. I remember I actually used it for categorizing my VHS collection. So I came up with like an index and custom graphics for all of the movies and various things that were recorded off television. Other things used for definitely making cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards, and posters. The main highlight of this program was definitely the artwork and fonts available. So let's check that part out. So here's some of the fonts available, and this was quite groundbreaking if you didn't have a word processor. And look, even if you did, it would have had quite basic text that you could print out. So this was, yeah, as I said, groundbreaking, and as a kid, a marvel to play around on. And more importantly, we had really sweet art that came out really nice and detailed on a dot matrix printer. Here's some of it. Look at it all. It's essentially clip art for DOS, and it is, yeah, I mean, that says it all really. The dancers and the skull and bones. And I think there's just pages and pages of this. Keep going. And of course, it let you create some pretty sweet stuff, such as, I'm just in the poster editor here, so we're just going to edit this text. So on the left, you've got your lines, and on your right, you've got your content and what goes on those lines. So let's just make a pretty sweet poster right now. Still trying to figure out the controls here. Okay, that's down. Like and subscribe. And then you can enter textures, I believe. Change the size. And just skipping ahead briefly, we end up with that. Check it out. Isn't that amazing? The greatest graphic you've ever seen. And on that mind-blowing artwork, that's pretty much PrintMaster Plus. Hope you enjoyed it, and definitely check that one out. Alrighty, and now we have another mysterious disk labeled JS. And we'll check out the README. Something about terminal settings. Call Ascent BBS. These macros may be used to dial into several major news services, may serve as models for additional macros. Alrighty. So the program is actually called JumpStart for IBM personal computers. Version 1 released in 1986. And it's actually a suite of business software that basically lets you have an address book, add appointments and so on. It does let you, by the looks of it, dial into BBSs. There was that README earlier that had macros stored. So I'm guessing you could add various BBSs to your address book and then set up your modem and then directly dial in via this program. Yeah, you can see you can set up the phone and modem here. We got some settings. Auto enter. Wait for carrier. Cool. So that's pretty much JumpStart. Interesting. And that brings us to our last disk, which is another mystery item. So many unlabeled disks. I'll try and get a read on this. Okay, some interesting stuff. It's 20 past 9. Okay, so we tell the time there. Very useful application, I guess. Let's check out setting the screen attributes requires. Okay, so this would potentially let you change your Screen background and foreground color, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay, so we don't have that installed, that's fine. Finally, what is that's all? That's all, folks, indeed. Alrighty, that's a pretty good place to leave it, I reckon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.